Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So I'm currently filming on a Monday. This usually does not happen. I came home from work, literally I worked 8 hours today, lied down for a little bit, took a shower, and decided, you know what, I'm gonna be productive, I'm gonna film a video, trying to get better about being consistent and staying on top of my goals. So welcome back to my channel if you are a returning subscriber. If you're not, it's never too late to subscribe, so definitely go ahead and do that. I post weekly content on this channel. I also post on my Instagram reels a couple times a week, and I also have a lifestyle channel. You can go ahead and check me out there. So if you don't find me here, I'm probably somewhere over there. So let's get into today's video. I really wanted to kind of break down the amount of money I've spent on makeup within the past couple of months. This is going to be kind of divided into a Q1 and a Q2 since we are halfway through the year 2022, which is crazy. This year is flying by and I literally can't believe it. I went ahead, I got my phone and I went ahead and I screenshotted the things that I have purchased. I pretty much do have a Ulta and a Sephora account, so I was able to go through and kind of screenshot what I purchased for this year and kind of see the total. Okay, let's start with what I believe was my first order of the year, and I picked up the Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez, the Soft Pinch Liquid Blushes. I had picked up 3 in the shade Hope, Encourage, and Believe. And I also, those retail for $20 a piece. And I also picked up the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Medium Coverage Liquid Foundation with Hyaluronic Acid, and that was $44. So starting off the year strong, I really knew that this was a year that I was going to go hard for my channel. I was really going to, you know, show you guys new products and test new products and really just invest in myself and my brand. So $110 is definitely, you know, it's definitely up there, but you guys know if you shop at Ulta and Sephora especially, it's very easy to get up there. That's only 4 products. And let's talk about the Rare Beauty blushes. I'm actually wearing a Rare Beauty blush that I picked up, and the one that I'm wearing today is actually the shade Believe. And why I'm not mentioning Encourage is because I did go ahead and return Encourage. If you guys have been watching me, you know that this year I'm focusing on, you know, yes, trying new products, but also returning things when they no longer work for me or I just know I'm not going to reach for it. So I did return one of the 3 Rare Beauty blushes, and I kept Hope and Believe. I will say Hope gets the most use. It is so versatile, so everyday friendly, and it just looks so great on me all the time. Believe I do really like, but Believe is a little bit more mauve-y, and today we went for a mauve kind of plum look. I am wearing a few things, so let me just go ahead and tell you guys what I'm wearing in case you're interested. So because I'm actually on a low buy for the rest of the year, hopefully a no buy, but I will say it's going to probably be a low buy, I wanted to pull things from my collection that I have been, you know, maybe not getting as much use out of. So I'm wearing the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade Alkaline. I'm wearing that smudged on my bottom lash line and on my top as eyeliner. And the reason why I even decided to pick this up out of my collection and use it today was because me and my sister were talking about a Charlotte Tilbury ad we saw in which the girl went in with the famous Charlotte Tilbury, it's kind of like a plum eyeliner, and it looks so good on tan complexions, definitely a must. And I was like, oh my god, that looks so good, like I have to get it. But then I stopped myself and I realized I have a huge eyeliner collection. I should probably see if I have anything similar or comparable, and I did. This is pretty much exactly what that looks like. This is a matte mauve plummy tone, which is exactly what I wanted. It may or may not be exactly the same tone as the Charlotte Tilbury, but it does the job and it gets what I wanted done. Along with the Rare Beauty Believe blush on my cheeks, actually I mixed it in with my Charlotte Tilbury Peachgasm little glow wand that I will get into later today, but that I barely get any use out of. Actually, I forgot that was actually a purchase I made this year because it wasn't in my receipts. I got that off of Depop. So anyways, and then today I'm also using the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer as my illuminator base underneath. Forgot how much I love this stuff, so that's kind of a majority of what I'm wearing today. For the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Medium Coverage Foundation, I did go ahead and return that. I have a dedicated video on both of these products, so you can definitely go and see that. Refi Brow Sculpt Shape and Hold Gel with Lamination Effect, that was $24, and I picked up the Rose Ink Skin Tint, which was $49. The entire order came up to $58.31. In reality, it was $73, but I had a discount, which I believe when I purchased these things, it was the Sephora sale. So I had a discount and it came up to $58.31. The Refi Brow Gel gets used. I wear it all the time. It was actually recently included in my mid-year favorites, so I'm very happy with that purchase. I'm not one to go out on a whim and buy an eyebrow gel because, let's face it, it's an eyebrow gel, but this one definitely is a home run. You need to pick it up if you like the lamination effect. It does a really good job, gets a little flaky, but I do have a video on that in case you want an in-depth review on that. Definitely check that out. The Rose Ink Skin Tint did not work for me. I did show that to you guys. I showed you guys me buying it, me trying it, and me returning it. I feel like maybe I should have kept it a little bit longer, but like I said, trying to get better about returning. So I think what I will do instead, honestly, I want to pick up the Chanel water tint or whatever it's called. Basically, I'm pretty sure that's what Rose Ink duped from Chanel. It is obviously the more expensive version. I believe that's the original version of that type of skin tint with the micro encapsulated foundation beads in it. We'll see if I do actually pick that up, because if I do, then I will be defeating the purpose of budgeting and having a low buy. So we'll see what happens. Okay, a recent purchase of mine was the two Juvia's Place palettes, the Sweet Pinks and the Nudes. I picked those both up. It was buy one get one free. It was $15 each technically, but I got one free. And I did pay shipping for that. It came up to $19.65. I think those are great quality palettes. It's not super duper expensive, which we'll get into one that's very expensive, but I think for the price, it does what it says it's gonna do, and it looks great. You know, honestly, when it comes to eyeshadow, I this year have gotten back into eyeshadow, so I'm like so fascinated with palettes again, but honestly, as long as it blends out, it's pigmented, I can get it to work, then it's a good palette, you know? I have the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 palette. This is kind of the rosy theme one. This was $68. $68 for an eyeshadow palette. It is beautiful. I do not regret it, but I will say I do not get a ton of use out of it because guess what? I don't wear eyeshadow every single day. So maybe, hopefully in the future, I'll change that, but I think it would be more worth it if I consistently was somebody who wore eyeshadow all the time. Then for sure, get that palette. It's great. It's very blendable. Patrick did such an amazing job with the formulas. I love the glitters. They're so micro and they're not chunky at all. It just makes you look like a pretty fairy. It's a great palette, but it was definitely a splurge. So I picked up the Rem Beauty Sweetener Concealer that is very recent. You guys literally just saw that demoed and reviewed. I think it's great. I think the pricing on it is great. And I picked it up. It was $24. I used some reward points. I got $3 off, but I did pay $6.95 for shipping. I also paid some tax and it came up to $29.77. Pretty much purchased that for review purposes, but you will oftentimes not see me splurge on a concealer because I have so many, and honestly, I'm pretty good about getting concealer to work for me because when I like a concealer, I usually just stick to it until it's done. But I really wanted to try Rem Beauty and I'm happy I did. I think Ariana did such a good job with that release and I'm excited to see what Rem has to come. Also, I did do another purchase that I don't even think you guys have seen. So let me just put that out there right now. The Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask for $26, the Necessaire Deodorant Gel for $15, and the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Divine Powder Blush in the shade Cherish for $39. This was an impulse buy, okay? This was a I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna go to Sephora and I'm going to spend money. So impulsive that I felt so bad that I went and returned all these items because I did not need it. Okay, I will say I did try the Necessaire deodorant gel because that was only $15, so if I liked it, I would have kept it. Honestly, no. I was like, wow, luxury deodorant? Like, that's gonna be such a, like, amazing new find. No. Sticking to my Dove spray-on because I literally smelled like sweat within an hour of putting that on. It was not worth it at all. The Pat McGrath Divine Powder Blush, the reason why I returned this is because right after I picked that up, I realized that my girl Pat was actually releasing the better version in my opinion. It was still so beautiful, but it was newer and it had 2 shades instead of 1. So I returned that knowing that I was going to pick this up instead. So that was actually another thing that I forgot to include. So I'm sure I'm probably missing some things that I did pick up, you know, that wasn't from Sephora or Ulta because that's the only receipts I have. But anyways, so I did go ahead and I picked this up as well this year. So technically I only purchased 1 of these and they sent me 2 because they sent me the wrong order. While we're in here, I just realized there's so many other things I forgot to include. While we're on the topic of blush, I did also pick up the ColourPop pressed powder blushes, the ones that were shaped like hearts. I originally picked up 2 of these. They were $10 a piece. I do remember that. But I took it with me to Chicago and one of them shattered in the bag. And this one was actually shattered a little bit, but it was savable. So I had to throw away that one, even though I will say if you're eyeing these blushes, get them. Literally get them. What I also purchased and forgot to mention was my Juvia's Place Little Duos. So originally it started with the bronzed one because it was a bronzer. This is a really good bronzer, very affordable, does a really good job, and is pigmented. And I think if you're my skin tone, this is a perfect bronzer, I'm not gonna lie. I have a reel on this on my channel. I wear it quite often. Very comparable to my ColourPop one, honestly, now thinking about it. But again, this year has been all about the cool pinks, so I couldn't resist a cool pink palette, you know? I'm not mad. I'm happy I picked these up. They're really good additions to my collection. But I also forgot to include that in the total. So now I'm going to have to go ahead and include a purchasing total on the screen. I hope that's all that I purchased because I'll probably find something that I completely forgot about. For quarter 3 and 4 of this year, I'm hoping that I cut back on spending on makeup. I love makeup. It's my favorite thing to do. Love talking about it, love reviewing it, as I'm sure you guys can tell. And a lot of the reason why I purchase things is so I can review it for you guys. But I do want to cut back, and I'm hoping that I can cut this spending price that I don't even know how much it is. I'm scared when I'm editing. I'm gonna be scared because I have to total it up and figure it out. I know it's gonna be a scary amount, and I'm probably not gonna want to come to terms with the fact that I spent that much on makeup. But like I said, whatever that number is, I'm hoping that I can cut it in half because I think it would be very unrealistic of me to say I will never buy makeup again in my life. I'm a makeup reviewer. I post TikToks, I post reels, I post YouTube videos. It's gonna be impossible for me to never purchase anything, but I would like to reel back a little bit. I only want to pick up things that I'm very interested in and things that I really want to show you guys and share with you guys. So I hope that this video inspired you to maybe total up all those Ulta and Sephora receipts and really see how much you spent on makeup this year. So far, we're literally only halfway through the year. So definitely total that up. Let me know how much it is. Let me know if I'm the only crazy person that spends a ridiculous amount. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.